What is happening, you guys? Suxy here, and today I'm bringing you a really fun hunter build for Void 3.0. I've been using this build for like all of seasons, and it's been a lot of fun. I've had quite a great time using this build, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. I have Witherhoard on here just to cause some damage over time while I do damage with my other weapons. Witherhoard, absolutely S tier weapon in any scenario. Witherhoard's Catalyst here is a must-have. Increases your handling, and holstering this weapon automatically reloads it after a short period of time. I like to have a bow in my second weapon slot here, my energy slot. I'm going with Under Your Skin because it is a void bow. Your heavy slot can be whatever you'd like. I use a threaded needle with Vorpal. You can use a void sword, a void rocket launcher, void machine gun, up to you. I personally like threaded needle with Vorpal. For my helmet, I'm using a discipline mod here. Grenade launcher ammo finder, because of our Witherhoard, we're going to run out of ammo very quickly. So we're going to need one of these in here. I like Harmonic Siphon. Rapid final blows with weapon damage matching your subclass will create an orb of power. This helps us get our super a lot faster, as well as overcharge our super. I'll get to that in a minute. Font of Might. This is why we run a void weapon in our energy slot, because picking up the elemental well, or avoid elemental well, because it's going to match our subclass, gives us a 25% damage bonus to the weapon that has that type of energy. So definitely must have Font of Might for DPS. Yum. Really good. Go to the arms. I run another discipline mod. Grenade Kickstart. You don't have to run Grenade Kickstart, but I do, just because I like getting my grenade back nice and quickly. This helps me get some energy when I use it. I'm using Piercing Bowstring to get the barrier champions, as well as the arrows pierce shielded combatants. You can replace this like Overload, Unstoppable, just whatever your activity you're doing. These are both replaceable. And Volatile Flow, very important mod here. Pick up a Void Elemental Well, and it grants Void Weapons volatile rounds. So that's why we run a Void Weapon in the energy slot, as well as a heavy slot. Going on to the chest piece, I run a mobility mod, just get the mobility up there a little bit for my class ability recharge rate. The thermo shock plating from the artifact is definitely must have. And then I also run void resistance just to have the trifecta. And I also run Reaping Wellmaker. So Reaping Wellmaker is important for us because after we activate our dodge, which is our class ability, our next weapon final blow will spawn a void elemental well. That's going to help us upkeep the elemental wells while we're in combat. So definitely a must-have. You can switch this one out with whatever you'd like. You can run another one of these or any ammo scavenger mods. It's entirely up to you. Moving on to the legs here, I run Star Eater Scales instead of Orpheus Rakes. Now the reason why is because Feast of Light is extremely powerful. It does take a little bit to build up, but it is extremely powerful for the super DPS. I have a discipline mod, reach that max discipline. I have recuperation, so we pick up the orbs of power, we replenish our health every time we do, and we also have innervation to replenish or reduce grenade cooldown each time we pick up one of the orbs of power as well. And then I have elemental ordnance, so that way we defeat combatants with our void grenade and we spawn elemental wells. So this also helps us upkeep those volatile rounds and Font of Might at the same time. Cloak, which is our class item, we are running another discipline mod, Bomber, and then I run Devour. This is also extremely important. So casting your Void Super while you are critically wounded or benefiting from Devour increases your damage with that super. This is a massive increase to your super damage. Super huge. I always make sure I have Devour active from one of our fragments, or I have low health when I activate the super, and then max stacks of the Feast of Light from the Star Eater Scales will stack on top of this. And then I run Bountiful Wells just to make sure I get that extra elemental well every time we spawn one, because who doesn't love more wells? You know what I'm saying? You can switch out the solar and switch to stasis, and then you can also run Ability Kickstart, I think it is, which will help you get your class ability back faster. So that way you can dodge more often and you can trigger Reaping Wellmaker more often. I'm thinking I might switch back, but then again, you will lose out on Bountiful Wells. You can, however, replace that with Elemental Time Dilation. Moving on to our aspects. Vanishing Step. Dodging makes you invisible. Super useful. Nice oh shoot moment. You know, you gotta get out of there. Super good. Stylish Executioner. It gives us 2 fragment slots, and so does Vanishing Step. That is exactly why I do not run Trapper's Ambush, because it only gives 1 fragment slot. Onto our fragments. Void ability, Final Blows, cause targets to explode. This is super handy. Anytime you kill a target with your grenade, it just gives it that extra oomph. It's like having a bunch of mini grenades go off if you throw your grenade into a big group of targets and one of them dies. It's very handy to have for ad clear. I also use Echo of Starvation. Picking up an Orb of Power grants you Devour. Handy for triggering our Devouring Depths mod on our class item. Echo of Persistence. Void buffs applied to you, invisibility, overshield, and devour have increased duration. Super, super handy. I like that. Helps us stay invisible for longer. I also use Echo of Remnants myself. Lingering grenade effects like your Vortex Grenade, Void Wall, etc. have increased duration. So super important for your grenade DPS. The longer that grenade stays up and sucks targets in and damages them over time, the more DPS it outputs, the more wells you spawn. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't usually post build videos for this game, but it's my first time. Go easy on me. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.